Taxi! Get him now, before the police come.
T-minus 5, 4,
Hey, come here.
3, 2, 1. Ignition. Liftoff.
Taxi! Get him now, before the police come.
T-minus 5, 4,
Hey, come here.
3, 2, 1. Ignition. Liftoff.
And you are watching Govs Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple of minutes. This is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent. Hi, I'm Danny Bonaducci, and you are watching Govs Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple of minutes. This is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent. Hi, Danny
Knockem Day Comedy Radio Show also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. So call Two Eagles Auto Body and ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527.
party never ends. Knockem dead. Knockem dead. Comedy show.
Vince Vaughn is.
I like Vince Vaughn.
It's gotten, to me, it's gotten better and better the more I watch it.
Every time you watch it, you find something new.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Fred Claus.
Oh, I never saw that.
It's worth it.
Hi. Go ahead, you do it. Go ahead.
Hello, welcome to Knockem Dead Comedy Show.
I'm Tony
Tony Walker and your co-host Sean Elliott. We have two special guests.
Is that what I sound like?
That's exactly what you said.
Oh, see, no, I think he sounds like. Welcome to Knockem Dead Comedy. Joining us
Is that what
today,
he sound like?
Sean Elliott,
Nah, it's
Will
like-
Scharen, and of course my buddy on Fridays, every Friday, Andy Plagainos.
I'm taking the shirt
Will, you
down.
want to do one?
Taking the shirt down.
I got nothing.
Come on, it's your turn. Come on.
And here's where now we're none of us are going to talk
Do your
now.
German
Impression?
voice that you did over
Yeah,
there.
Tony, you doing the introduction?
Hey, everybody, welcome to Knockem Dead Comedy on Cubs Radio. I'm here, sitting next to me to my left, Andy Plagainos. Next to him is Will Scharen. To Will Sharon's left, the famous Sean Elliott. Everybody give it a
That was beautiful.
I think if we were able to synthesize all three of those
Yeah.
into one,
Remix
it would
that.
sound
Could've
exactly
beat
like
behind
him.
it.
I'm going home.
Defend yourself.
Well, happy Thanksgiving to you, gentlemen.
Yeah, you too. It's Thanksgiving somewhere, right?
Everybody had a good day?
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, I got out to have a go to the American Dream Mall.
Oh, yeah, great place.
I'm like kidding. Somebody called in a bomb threat. So
Oh,
did
is that
they?
right? Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't hear that.
that was topical humor.
Did you ever go there?
No, I've been to the Mall of America. And,
I have as well. But the American Dream, it's pretty fucking legit. Like it's a cool place. The indoor water park, the indoor amusement park. It's in the. We took the girls there a couple of years ago or last summer.
Yeah, last summer, yeah.
my
Not
wife's
this
gone
last
a couple
summer.
times with the kids, but
I didn't hear anything about the bomb threat.
They have a fucking ski slope.
They do?
Yeah, built off the side of it. It's right, they actually have a bridge goes over to MetLife Stadium. But it's when you drive past there, you see this
So
thing
it's
that
not a mall no more.
juts
So
out.
It's really just an amusement park now.
it's
the amusement park. They basically built
There's-
stores around it.
there's like 3 amusement parks because like let's say the
They
slope.
got a Ferris wheel too there, right?
Yes,
Can we get Sean on the ski
that
slope?
one's on the outside. So let's say
Let's
it's
They
do
got
that.
handicapped skis. I do
Yeah.
want to do it.
They have,
Yeah.
What, they just attach skis
It's
to
a
the wheel?
chair,
And then they
sit
push
in
you
with
down?
One ski under the
What do you
bottom.
need skis? Can we just roll you down a hill? I
Yeah,
mean,
but that's not fun. By the end, I'm
Sure,
just
that's
snowball
it's fun
and
for
shit
me.
like that.
I just push you down and watch you roll,
it's
man.
it's one. It's like almost like it's like a wider ski, almost like a sled.
It's a
type of thing,
snowboard on the bottom.
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
chair, and then I just use my arms and just
Yeah.
go
Okay,
crazy.
guys.
Why don't we just throw you off the chair and just throw
it could
you
be
down
like
on
that.
your belly?
So
Watch you
bad,
slide.
man. Come on, yo. Like,
it could
I'm
be
a
like-
nice guy, yo. Like,
Have you seen
is
that
your
the
problem?
old lady commercial where like with one lady there's 3
Yes.
old ladies and the one old lady looks at the other 2 because they're watching kids sled and she gets on and she fucking Amazon and what she gets is cushions and puts cushions in sleds and the 3 old ladies are now able to fucking sled with the
Never
kids.
seen this
It,
commercial.
I
It's the
literally
dumbest
just saw
fucking
it
thing you've
yesterday.
ever seen.
I just saw it yesterday. It's an Amazon commercial.
Yeah.
These 3 old broads are sitting on a bench watching all these kids going down this
I
hill,
love the word broads.
and
That's
then
what I'm laughing at,
It
too.
was so natural. Yo.
these
It's-
3 old biddies,
these
they're over
fucking
here.
Dames, these fucking dames over here.
I'm like, oh, where'd you get the gams on this on this minx?
And the one that I would bang is the one that gets on the Amazon. The hottest one definitely is the one
that
who
knows how
orders.
to use the internet.
Right.
That's the keeper.
The other 2 are like, there's
Yeah,
no
auto
way
anal-
we could ever go
Yo,
sledding.
auto anal beads and
Yeah.
shit like that.
but that's funny because the sleds show up, and I'm like, how the fuck did they get up that hill? There's no way with their hips.
Yeah.
There's no way.
These
There's
fucking
no way.
dames with these bad
Yeah, it's like
fucking hips.
Amazon. Come on.
Yeah,
They-
the
they had to-
plausibility.
Yeah, they didn't buy a chairlift or rocket skates or something to get them up there.
Rocket skate.
There's no way they made it up that hill.
They're nurses.
Because all of a sudden, as they're going down, it's like not even slow motion. They're just like, ooh,
Yeah.
ooh. And then the one's got time to close her eyes, and envision she's like 10 again with her two friends on either side. Like there's a flashback of it. There's no way you made it up that hill.
Right.
With
Well,
those bones.
she probably wasn't actually. She probably fell asleep.
Yeah.
That she probably wasn't picturing her youth.
Meanwhile, it's actually it's not even a commercial for Amazon. It's a commercial for like Oplexa. Like if you have,
Oplexa.
dementia, she's sitting there like this, and then we got it like that. That's the fadeaway that they don't show on the
It's
commercial.
it's a Medicare commercial. It's an end of life planning your end of life.
Yeah.
Go down this hill as fast as you fucking can and hit something.
At Gleason's funeral home, we make sure you go in the final sled with a pillow behind you.
Oh, it's like Michael Keaton at the end of My Life, right? He's on the
Never
roller
saw it.
coaster. You don't know what I'm talking about?
I know
the
never
movie,
saw
but
it.
I've never-
Isn't that how it ends when he finally dies? They show him because he's scared
We
of roller
both have never-
coasters.
he's still
Are you
going.
familiar with this movie?
Oh, yeah.
We were doing so good till you jumped into
He's
the-
like a white.
I'm turning off my mic.
I just like how
doing
he's
so
like
good till
like
you
a
jumped
very
in the
deep
sky.
white fucking reference.
Oh, yeah, I just
We
wanna be
didn't
involved.
see it. Let me go to Sean. He might have seen it.
Right, because he's not
never-
watching daytime TV like you
Who
nerds.
never got into the Beastie Boys. If he didn't get into the Beastie Boys, there's no way he's watching some fucking third-rate Michael fucking Keaton movie.
But he's watching TV to see these old ladies in a commercial.
He didn't. We were explaining it to him.
Right, which is why I'm explaining My Life to him.
But you're like, oh, you've never
You
seen
were
this
looking
movie?
for- you were looking
Look, you
for.
did the same
How about
thing. You
you?
never saw this commercial? You did the same thing.
No, but at least Will had seen it, so I went
Well,
with
that's
it.
true. You would, yeah. All right, you got me. I thought for sure you would. You've seen everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Seen it all.
I'm a grizzled veteran of the cinema.
Well, let me tell you about Michael Keaton. Mr. Mom, 83.
Yeah. He actually didn't see Rocky. He lied to those guys at the plant.
But that happens to me with like all the younger comics, like at open mics and shit. They'll be like, and I know this is even more my age, is you've never seen It's Always Sunny? I'm like, no, I've never fucking seen it. Seinfeld? No, I've never seen. I saw the first 2 seasons of Seinfeld, never saw another one. Friends? I've never seen a whole episode of Friends.
Yeah,
Like-
but I feel like we're at that age now where I get that from people our own age, but it's like The Crown. We were at yesterday,
Right. Yeah.
and it's not none against the people that ask, but like, you've never seen The Crown? No, I'm a fucking grown man. What
I'm straight,
I know,
dude.
I know. One's dead.
Right.
The other died 20 years ago in a car chase. What do I need to watch? I didn't see
In a
Lincoln
car
with Daniel
chase.
Day-Lewis either.
Right. Oh, I did. The voice was off-putting, but...
When the queen died at her funeral thing, they had a bulletproof thing around her casket, and I was like, "That's a waste. It's a little bit too late for that."
Yeah.
Like,
How about a crash-proof thing around you? Yeah.
it was a bulletproof thing around.
They got a scepter in a Brinks truck. Oh, in case she tried to fool everybody.
That kills me when the Pope Mobile drives around. He's in a bulletproof thing. Like, how much faith do you have, man? Like,
I'm just amazed, like,
get
now
out of there.
But now that we have like all these cameras and everything, like, because what the biggest thing is like the mystery of whether or not the paparazzi fucking were the ones who caused her death, right?
Yeah.
So there's cameras everywhere now. Like, we have access to all these cameras, but still, people think that some people are coming back to life, like JFK Jr.
Right, that he was at a bunch of the Trump rallies.
Yeah, that because one time at the
I mean,
Bald Hill
Tupac's still
Amphitheater,
alive, though.
Oh yeah.
Tupac is a great one. ODB was for a long time.
Oh no, he's dead.
Right, like the whole
And
Osiris
so is
fucking
Dirk
thing.
McGirt.
Derek McGirt.
Yeah.
Osiris.
I'm no Osiris in this shit.
Yo, he's black.
Yeah.
Wu-Tang is here forever, motherfucker. I heard.
Yeah. What's on the street?
Oh, so you've seen the Wu-Tang series.
No, I never watched. No,
So you haven't seen The Crown or Wu-Tang.
I just have. I
Where's
just
your
own.
genre of TV
I
at
just own
there?
It's
36
hentai.
I just own at the 36
Fucking
channels.
Japanese porn, cartoon
Anime.
porn.
Yeah.
In the anime?
No.
Yeah, you look like you're in anime.
No.
Wow.
At all?
No.
Oh,
Even
I tried watching.
even Japanimation.
there we go.
No,
The
I
truth's
tried
coming
watching
out.
the
The truth's coming out now.
on Max, on HBO Max, or Max, whatever it's called now. I tried watching. I'm like fan of like comic books and stuff. I tried watching the Batman Ninja one. I couldn't get into that thing.
that was-
Like, they have
well,
like
yeah.
regular Batman like movie cartoons, whatever. that I watch, like, all right, because it reminds me of my childhood. Yeah, I'll throw them on. But then they have one where it's like more anime. Like it
was made in Japan.
It's real Japanimation. But it's like it's the theory of like what if like Batman took place like in ancient China and it was like Batman Samurai or Batman Ninja or something.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is this?
It's not what I know.
It's the whole reimagining stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I could see someone that's into Japanimation. I can see somebody really digging that if they're like a casual Batman fan, but they're more into like Goku or whoever. Like I can see them being into that.
Oh, Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z. Yeah.
Right.
I've never
Yeah, that
watched
was
it.
all just a little too young for when I was like Dragon Ball Z. I think I was an actual adult when that came out.
Yeah, you
Pokemon, that
Smurfs
shit.
and shit, right?
Yeah, Smurfs. I'd fuck a Smurf in a second, just for the story.
Hey Smurf,
I was gonna say if I had a choice,
you're not gonna pick Smurf.
If I had a choice, I'd go.
Hey, there's only listen, dude. There's only one fucking Smurfette. All right.
She was a whore.
I'm just saying, Lazy probably doesn't get too much fucking play.
Oh yeah.
To that asshole's.
It was always Papa Smurf. He
Tight
got first
and-
dibs.
Yeah.
Well, if they made it like modern, Lazy Smurf would be like venture capitalist living at home Smurf.
Yeah. Came up.
Lazy.
He made his own cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Living in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
We're waiting for the IPO Smurf.
The Smurfs, where are they now?
The Gordon Gecko Smurf.
Social influencer Smurf.
Yeah. Gargamel is
Grumpy's in
good.
therapy.
Yeah. Hold on. I've got 87,000 Smurfs on Insta Smurf.
I just smurfed myself for my Smurf.
Hashtag Smurf life.
Grumpy's in therapy, working through all his childhood trauma that he's so mad about all the time.
Yeah, no, he's fucking over medicated.
Over-medicated, so Adderall, Zoloft, and shit like that.
Grouchy Smurf's like, I hate Duplexant, but I have A1 fib.
Hey, let's go smurf some Viagra.
Jokey Smurf got canceled.
Yeah.
He said something wrong.
He gave a bomb gift to the Special Olympics, man. Hate. Throwing a little play haters ball there, too.
That's fucking hilarious, yo. Somebody should draw that out. I would watch that in a heartbeat.
I hate COPD, but I take Entresta. Has your COPD got you feeling Smurfy? And then the concert they're at is like Jazz Smurf.
You got this all worked out, man.
Smurfit 19 is a hoax. We should all just be out smurfing ourselves in public.
Thank you, Brainy.
Jokey Smurf got canceled for giving a bomb gift to the Special Olympics.
I was trying to combine the play haters
That
ball.
was off the top of the head. You're good, man.
He's good.
Oh, got a gift.
I don't get out much.
Yeah.
I don't get how much.
This is it. You were forced to come here by your family to get it out. Get the poison out.
Capitalist. Yeah. No, my son decided to wake up today and start getting all the Christmas stuff ready, and because my son and my daughter have been begging my wife for days to take them shopping today for Black Friday. My wife's like, we don't need anything.
Right.
Like, there's nothing. Black Friday shopping. So this morning on the news, they're like, American Dream. Meanwhile, they weren't going to venture out that far, but it was like, American Dream Mall shut down. My wife's like, it shut down today. I go, what? She goes, there was like a bomb threat. Somebody called in a bomb threat. I was like, please. That's somebody that yesterday was a family dinner. Like, you got to fucking go into work tomorrow? Nah, fam. I got this shit worked out. Target ain't open tomorrow.
Do you remember the Long Island gunman? Not the train one, the sniper, the Long Island sniper on the expressway back in like 93, 94 was shooting at people on the expressway.
Not the Blue Caprice. That was like Baltimore, D.C.
Yeah, that was down. That was down. This was 90. Had been 94. I was living at Hope House. It's a group home in Port Jeff, and there was a buddy of mine worked at the Friendlies up in Port Jeff Station, and one day, like fucking Long Island sniper every day. People are scared to drive on the expressway. Yeah. He fucking calls in that he's the fucking gunman and that he's going to hit Friendlies in Port Jeff Station. And they closed for the night so that he wouldn't have to work. Jeez. Like legit. Like this legit fucking happened. Phil. I'm sorry, authorities. I only know Phil.
Experts believe it was
God
Phil
damn, yo.
McCracken, third grader.
They didn't find it
with-
suspicious. Like, why is he
That's
choosing
crazy.
his friendly? So
Yeah, how'd they not trace the call?
Oh, he called from the
93.
payphone that was on the side of the building at Hope House. So
Yeah, they should still be able to track it back to Hope House.
you would
right?
think, but it was he took a real quick phone call. I mean, this is back in the day. This is pre-fiber optics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Shit like that. So they didn't. They used to have to. The greatest movie to watch for this is it The Taking of Pelham 123, where they actually have the phone company guys going through the switches.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
tracking down which
Yeah.
switch was the one that
The remake.
No, it wasn't
No,
the remake.
The
It was
original?
the original.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've only seen the
They
remake.
had to they were in a building and had to physically run down these rows and go, okay, it's number A4 or whatever. And like, oh.
So not the one with Denzel.
No, not the one with Denzel. The one with Gene Hackman.
Yeah.
You would know him as the coach of Hoosiers.
And Jerry Stiller.
Still wouldn't know.
No,
Jerry
I just
Stiller's
assumed
in
with the
that.
basketball. I'm sorry.
God
That's the first movie I think I ever
low
saw Jerry
key
Stiller.
racist. It made sense though. But
Thank you. That's all I asked for.
that was
Is that like
sensible racism.
my
like that. I like
logic?
that
My
one.
logic was clean.
logical racism. I like
Totally racist, but logical.
Coaching users.
that. You would know, but he looked at me like, "You got to, you got to." It's
It's basketball. I know it's all white kids on the team, but it's still basketball.
Oh shit! This is great.
But also has Walter Matthau, the guy that coached Ahmad from the Bad News Bears.
Yes.
I was trying to make a reference, failed. I'm not a good racist. So I guess that's a good thing.
I guess you need
He
to
just
work.
keeps it hidden well.
Just need to work on it.
Yeah, I hide it under
It's
the
in you.
sweatshirt.
It's in you.
You got it out on the drive over here.
Say North Pole again like you did earlier.
We're going to North Pole!
There's some comfort here.
No, but that was a good theory though about to get myself out of this. That was a good theory about Rudolph being irrelevant.
Yeah, no, it's bullshit. I hate Rudolph. Fuck Rudolph. Yeah, I guess we were talking about it before we went on this.
Yeah.
Was it before we went on the air? I don't
Yeah,
remember.
and it's
Yeah.
just that Santa and the fucking other reindeer were doing just fine. Thank you
So how
very
do you
much.
feel about the elves then?
Well, the elves are. I mean, the allegory, the metaphor for them being slaves and whatnot. I can understand that's why you brought that up. But I got to be honest, they seem like they have
They
a
got
good.
another low shot right there.
They seem like they have
Get
a.
him in there. It is.
Hey, listen, they've been given a great opportunity. I mean, I know they're there against their will, but
They got
you know,
a job.
they're in the happiest place on earth.
Could've
Right?
But
been worse.
whoever said they're there against their will?
I mean, it's obvious, dude. Come on.
They seem
Where the
pretty
fuck is
happy.
an elf gonna live without these people like nice ears?
Also think about their job. So you get through the eyes of Hermie that their job is so shitty.
Yeah.
He'd rather be
A fucking dentist.
dentist. He'd rather be what's considered the most like feared job that like
Fun fact about dentists: highest suicide rate amongst
Yeah.
medical doctors.
I believe it. And here's a guy that he's so miserable putting together
Yeah.
toys. I'd rather be hated by everybody.
I want to have a job where it would make sense that I killed
No,
myself.
but I love though the guy's reaction when he's like, "I want to be a dentist." Oh, okay. What? Like, could you get any more cartoony?
Right.
He's got the little evil goatee, so you know that he's like a bad guy.
Right.
You know, they're like, Hermie wants to be. What's wrong with you? It's like, what's wrong with me? I'm out of this motherfucker. That's what's wrong with me.
Fuck the North Pole.
Yeah,
Hammer my dick, motherfucker.
leaving a North Pole.
I like the arm too, right?
Well, it's
what
got
it
it.
is,
It's the only way he's able to hit the note.
Can't even get milk and cookies.
It's kind of like when you're singing, you should have your hands either behind you or in front of you so that the air.
Yeah. Fat man out there. I get no cookies up.
Motherfucker.
Telling you. For the last time.
I've never heard him hit those notes until
Yeah.
throwing the little.
First time I saw Kings of Comedy, I was like, oh man, I wish I could be like Bernie Mac, because I loved like that
Yeah.
Bernie Mac, his inflection when we talk. He's like, yeah, y'all better pray for me. There's be some furniture moving this motherfucker. He says that. I was like,
That
oh,
was
I
good.
laughed so hard, but I laughed so hard because I'm like, you never see somebody on stage like screaming at the top of their lungs, like you can tell, like, or you believe he's really.
Right.
He's really upset. I thought it was awesome.
I was going to bring up Cedric the Entertainer earlier. It's funny. The nice
yeah.
segue is that he's got a great joke. We were talking about nicknames earlier, where He goes, "Hey, my name is Derek, but you can call me Delicious."
Oh, Delicious. Yeah.
Man, I ain't calling no
Yeah.
other man Delicious. I'm a grown ass man,
Yeah.
dog.
I'm a grown ass man, dog.
And that's one of my
Yeah.
favorite fucking jokes that I actually, when I'm talking to people, I use that punchline, but I'll change it to whatever what we're talking about.
Hey, yo, Delicious.
Yeah.
Yo, wait up, D.
You can't.
I love that when he talks about, and it doesn't have to be anyone black, just anyone general. When he mentions like black astronauts, he's like, we're at the Cadillac Grills. But when he talks about, I think any dude would do this. How like if you're trying to parallel park the space shuttle, he's like, you lower the music down. And then turn right back. I was like, who doesn't lower the music when they're parallel park? I was like,
I lower the music down while I'm looking for an address.
You're looking for the address is another
Yeah.
one that does. Yes.
yeah. I was like, that was such a great line. I was like, yeah. I was like, I think everybody. He's like, brothers. He's like, we would lower the music, and I'm like, yeah, but we all do. I guess we're all brothers.
Hey, since we're talking about specials, comedy specials, what do y'all think about Matt Rife shit?
I still haven't watched it.
So,
I've
but
tried
I heard
kind of
he's getting
stayed
in
away.
trouble for one of the jokes.
Yeah, I didn't hear it. I'm familiar with that murmur in pop culture, but
Yeah, I saw a clip on Twitter of the joke that he said.
Yeah, it's right at the
And-
beginning too. He got it out the way.
Yeah, and
this
then
is the kind of thing you don't want to say right now because I didn't see it.
so the joke is without being word for
Specifics,
it,
yeah.
it's just basically they're at a restaurant. The server's got a black eye, and
Right.
His friend.
this
was
that
like,
the other is like, oh, I feel bad. He's
They
like
should've put it in the
they
back.
should have put her in the back.
Right,
So that
right.
like if she's because you said she's a representative of the place and she's got a black eye and you're the one confronted, maybe they should have put her in the kitchen. So Matt Wright goes, well,
That's where it happened,
that
kind of thing.
maybe had she been in there to begin with, this could have been avoided.
Oh wow.
So that
Oh,
so,
wow.
so that got people offended. But then
His apology.
then if you go to his website or whatever and you click on this link, like if you're upset, the link he brings you
To a
is
special help.
helmets for special needs people.
So
for
he doubled
adult
down.
That's a
children.
choice. That's a choice.
Yeah, he
doubled down.
He doubled down for sure.
That's how I feel. Like if you apologize, you lost, right?
Right.
I think there's a way to apologize to that without getting into the "I'm sorry if you were offended" kind of thing, where you can say like, "Hey,
I feel
listen."
like they smell blood in the water, and if you
I don't even
apologize, they be like, "Yeah, we got him."
well,
Take 'em
like
all the way
like an
down.
acknowledgement.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I
Like
get
Larry
you,
David
but
did
it's
some
funny.
bullshit, and he was like, "I'm not apologizing for shit,"
Yeah.
and I like that.
It-
I'm gonna stand on it.
It probably depends where it's at.
Where your
like
status
what
is also.
what the third rail is. Like, is it race? Is it misogyny? Is it like it depends? Because race, you gonna tell me somebody can't come out and apologize? That isn't gonna come out and apologize for something racial that they're gonna say?
That cancel culture is a beast, man.
But look at
they
years
want
ago.
you, they're gonna get you.
One of my favorite comics ever, David Tell, had a line years ago about he saw a girl at a bar, a beautiful girl, and then when she turned, she had a black eye, and he goes, "Well, here's a girl that doesn't listen."
Well,
But like no one's canceling. But it's like, it's a quick line. But most of his jokes are misdirection, anyway.
I was just telling my bookkeeper, who's a lesbian, about, and she's a feminist, about when I
You
was
just
young.
bragged like
He's
three
trying.
things.
He's trying to
like
like this
accountant,
way-
lesbian.
So whatever Andy says next, he doesn't need to apologize.
No, I
He's just
don't.
ticking
You
every
got-
Right,
box.
exactly.
you got.
I told her
co-signed this?
I
Whatever
used
you
to
about to say?
I used to tell a ton of street jokes that were super
You told her
fucking
this over like
misogynistic.
vegan Thai food,
Pretty much.
yogurt with goats.
Yes. Thank you. I was going to say the goat thing. But I said, like, I used to tell these really misogynistic jokes, and she's like what? And I go, well, now you can't get offended because you're asking me. And she's and they were standard ones, and
That was
Tony
the
will back me
disclaimer.
up because he just said one the other day. No, I can't. I'm
sitting there thinking, what did I say?
Like, what do you tell a woman with two black eyes? Nothing she hasn't been told twice before.
Right.
You know, things like that. Why are women's feet so small? So they can get closer to the counter to make sandwiches and wash the dishes. How many male chauvinists does it take to screw in a light bulb? None. Let the bitch cook in the dark. Like, there's a history of these kind of fucking jokes. And I'm like
Shit, that was good. Though.
right. Well, these were just like regular street jokes.
Yeah.
Fuck, we talked about the NASA thing when the Challenger anniversary was.
Right.
What does NASA stand for? Need another 7 astronauts.
Oof.
Yeah.
How do you know that Christy McAuliffe's hair was clean the day of the fucking Challenger explosion? They found her head and shoulders all over the beach.
God damn, bro.
So, like, there are terrible jokes out there. Like,
Now, who
would
do you
you
apologize to
Right.
for those jokes? NASA is straight up like,
right?
they write them a letter?
They probably don't even
Dear
want to
John
acknowledge
Glenn, my
Yeah.
deepest sympathies.
it. Dear Buzz, the only one still
Dear
alive.
Buzz.
Buzz Aldrin,
That was good.
fucking out there punching conspiracy theories.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Love that man.
cold cocked the dude. I was like, you didn't land him. He's
yeah.
like, you're gonna see stars. Just stiff armed him.
And a guy,
Like, about who?
guys like
who-
40
if he
years
was
younger
the
than
first
her.
guy who was holding the camera?
Well, he
Yeah.
right, like who was holding the camera. Like there was a third guy, and they also had like things to set up fucking cameras on.
yeah. Where was the pro shop that this guy drove a one wood?
Right.
You know, into the solar flare.
Into the solar
Who was the
flare.
pro that sold him that club up there?
Holding Jupiter.
Like what kind of yardage was he getting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he have to weigh? No, never mind. It's, I'm
But
gonna get canceled.
my point is that you like there are some that you should apologize for, and some that you don't. I don't think that you have to because they're not.
I was gonna say, did he have to wait for the 4 Chinese people to golf up on him? you know the one where the lady dyed her hair orange. Like, come on, your hair's black. Who you kidding?
But just let us play through for Christ's sake.
yeah.
Yeah. Like it's a fucking
They're out
par
there-
3.
they're out
Let
there-
us just hit up.
I don't know too much about golf, but I got
Space.
that one, yeah.
Space, the final real estate.
Did anybody watch Dolly yesterday?
I saw a picture
enough
later
pictures
on.
of people
Yeah.
posting her to know. All right, I don't need to see that again. I thought she was 97. She's only 77.
Dude,
Yeah,
there's
it's-
websites you can get way better stuff than that off of.
Oh, absolutely right.
So
But you would though. Listen, I'd rather see people. I mean, no one body shames
I'm gonna sound
anymore.
like an asshole. What the fuck is Dolly? What are y'all talking
Dolly
about?
Parton, the country.
this is
Yeah,
too
she
far
had a
into
show.
white
She was in a
territory,
Dallas-
guys.
She was
Yeah,
at
sorry.
one of the football games yesterday. It was in a Dallas
all right,
Cowboys.
all right.
Dallas, yeah.
That was a cheerleader.
She was
outfit.
the
She
halftime
looked-
show.
She's so brave.
I hate the fucking halftime shows for fucking Thanksgiving. Jesus
Nobody
Christ!
cares. Yeah.
Like what the fuck is going on? Nobody.
The average guy doesn't watch the Super Bowl halftime show.
Right.
Yeah.
And you think that the fucking we're looking to expand. So like
what?
yeah, it's
Every week.
Thanksgiving. The Super Bowl is the Super Bowl. So I
Right.
get pulling in
That's a
other
spectacle, right.
demographics.
Right.
Which I still hate. I still hate the fucking halftime show for the Super Bowl. But now you're doing it on Thanksgiving when everybody is spending time
Right.
with their family and
When did they
friends.
start doing this? This was the first I even
I did. I
realized.
think
A year
last
or two
year
ago.
or the year before.
Yeah.
But I really
Oh, yeah?
thought that they weren't going to fucking show it.
But also, who are you kidding? Let's be real. I got problems with the 4 o'clock game. I think it was it's the Cowboys versus the Commanders. Who are you bullshitting? You know it's the Cowboys versus the Redskins, and you deliberately picked those two. You know the Cowboys they play.
Right.
You know you picked the Redskins to play them on Thanksgiving. Don't act like, well, we're giving the Commanders the opportunity. You know whoever created the schedule is like, we're down to play the Commanders. Like what you know that like.
on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you know they all looked at each other like.
I heard the announcer
People
tell
won't
he's
get it,
like,
right?
you couldn't get more patriotic with these two teams today.
Yeah, and then you have this blew my mind too. They have a trumpeter play the national anthem, right? I don't mind. So nobody sung it. Trumpeter plays it, but they have a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader sign language. What are you sign languaging for? The people that are blind. The people that are blind.
Deaf.
No, hold on. The people that are blind.
Working up to it.
The people that are blind hear what's going on, and they know, oh, I don't need to hear the lyrics because there's nothing going on. The people that are deaf see a trumpeter, even if the thing was up there. Like, how do you see this? She's doing this. The guy's like,
Maybe she was telling
And
them
she's
what
like
notes
this-
he's playing.
no, she's like, dude,
Yeah.
like. You
Matter of
think
fact, if
the
any-
deaf people couldn't read if you have the bouncing ball on a thing, and no one else is
bouncing
singing.
ball.
Also, you can feel like when you're deaf, you can feel the vibrations
Right.
of people singing. If no one around you is singing, you know everyone's in there. Also, your eyes work. You see a person with a trumpet, and nowhere on that jumbotron is there someone like this.
Well, see, my problem now is that the deaf people got a service that the rest of us didn't. and I'm angry. Like we should that we should be treated equally to deaf people. It's a goddamn shame. Is what it is.
Oh shit!
It's like hearing clumps
Y'all just
of
woke up
snap
angry
angry
this
your water
morning.
bottle.
Well, and okay, we're down the rabbit hole. It's Black Friday.
Okay.
When will we have
White Friday.
White Friday?
Yeah, I got Cyber Monday. That's y'all's, right?
Why is it called Black Friday?
Because
For
it's a
accounting
ledger.
reasons, when you're in the black, that's
You're
good.
red. You're in the red, or you're in the black.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Like so, you're not in the red. It's a black letter day for you. Like you're able to pay your bills for the year.
Yeah.
When I worked at bars Wednesday nights, the Thanksgiving Eve. That
Oh,
was
so
a
they do that to finish up the fourth quarter strong.
black nut. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
Yeah,
That's
or-
absolutely. This is purely a consumer fucking holiday.
Or a lot of them. This
God
is
damn,
the
when you
fourth
put it like
quarter
that,
is their big one. So like when you have expenses, everything that's like in the old days, it was written in red to show as subtraction.
Right.
So if you're in the black, you're making. If you're in the red, you're in debt.
So
if you're in
Black
the
Friday.
So this is the day that for a lot of sales, a lot of people that their primary source of sales, if they're in the black, they're going to have a profitable. They'll finish the year profitable.
Right.
But for some, this is the time. This is the time of year that makes or breaks them because the other time of the year is slow. The other three quarters might be slower. So if you're in the black, that's a good thing. So they just call it Black Friday for that reason.
Shit.
Right.
So then
kinda
you
like
don't need a White Friday then.
No. The White Friday means you made a mistake.
Right,
And you got to go
it's the
over
play on the
black or
fucking-
red.
Yeah.
Apologize and apologize.
That's right. We're canceling Andy.
No, I'm saying like whiteout, you'd have to go back over like, oh, my bad, I have to.
Yeah, this
we
is
weren't in the black.
The
or we
White
weren't in
Friday
the red.
would be the cook in the books holiday
Right.
because they're going back
That's
and
Hanukkah.
technical technical.
I
Please.
certainly don't think that way.
No, what you guys didn't hear the whole thing that he said.
No, took it out of context.
Right. Context is key. Context is
But
key.
I certainly don't. At all. Ever.
And speaking of bomb threats, we also had at the parade yesterday the protesters. Did you guys see that?
No.
Oh yeah, didn't see it, but I heard that at some point they had to stop like right in front of Grimace. That's when the Palestinian protesters decided this was the ideal time to protest.
They jumped out
In front of Grimace.
in front during the parade and they glued their hands to the pavement.
That's where you need D-Day to go ramming speed. Anyone that glue, as another dude, Palestine, Israel, anybody. What's his name?
What kind of glue?
I don't know. That's been my
sticky.
question.
It's
How
gotta
did they
be
get?
crazy glue. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah, no kidding. On a lot of different levels.
You're gluing yourself to the guy. What I can't think of his name off the top of my Oliver Cromwell, James
Okay.
Cromwell, not Oliver Cromwell. James
The actor,
Cromwell,
James Cromwell?
the actor, glued his hand to like a Starbucks counter.
Oh, yeah.
To
Oh,
protest.
yeah, I forgot about that.
Anyone that glues himself to anything, I wish I believed in
Where-
something strong enough to permanently ruin my epidermis
Right.
and inconvenience everybody. Like, I feel so strongly about the Islanders needing to fire this person or trade this one that you what I'm gluing myself to this Chick-fil-A drive-through menu and fuck all the people that think they're getting their waffle fries
Right.
and their chicken
Extra
bis-
sauce.
I don't know. I don't understand. Like, James Cromwell goes to Starbucks, right? So he's a old actor, right? Old, like
Babe
really old guy.
with the pig.
The movie
That'll
with the
do,
talking
pig.
Babe.
That'll
he was,
do.
He was the farmer in it, and it was a big.
Oh,
deal.
that guy. All right.
Yeah,
That dude, yeah.
Oh, you know that white
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. I mean,
So this guy was caught. He crazy glued his hand to like a counter, like a Starbucks in like Portland or whatever city. Like, dude, and
Rhinebeck.
it was like climate. It's like protesting climate change. He was just like, like, dude, what is that? What does that do? Other than it gets you screen time. It gets people. I get it's raising awareness, but like, what are you really doing at the end of the day? You're ruining your skin on a counter that's probably never been cleaned.
Right.
And now you got to sit there for hours until this dries, until they remove you. hearing people get their names mispronounced, hearing people complain that their
people
order
still
is
getting their
wrong.
coffee, right? Like,
Yeah.
you gotta feel like a real asshole.
Same thing at
like,
the parade. They just went around these people.
Yeah.
They just went around them.
You have to be better at
Now, I seen
See,
one
I would have liked.
protester
Well, I would have liked to hear
to a
the.
famous painting that was worth some money. Like,
Yeah, but you're never gonna get close
Yes.
to that.
She
You
did
know?
it.
Oh wait, who's this?
I don't know. It was in a museum somewhere. And she
But,
got
yeah.
to the painting.
Oh,
and
no
she blew
shit.
it.
In the Louvre,
Yeah.
I think in the Vatican.
Yeah.
I don't think it's happened in Manhattan yet, but there's been several museums where they've trashed. A Rembrandt was trashed. They throw like red paint on
Yeah,
it.
sometimes from a distance they're
Well, you
throwing
gotta
paint,
do-
not necessarily their hands.
You got to get an art critic to fuck with them, and when they do that, go, it's fabulous now. Like something that like they'll stop because when a little kid throws a tantrum and throws something, yelling at them, you're justifying like they know what they did was wrong. They're deliberately throwing something because they're having a tantrum. If they throw paint on something, you have to say, "Oh my god, that was awesome!"
Right.
Like if my
Congratulations.
son was mad, holy shit, you threw that so far. He's gonna be like, you're mind fucking. They'll
Well,
be like, what? I threw that far. Like, no, I'm supposed to be mad right now. Like,
Do you
tell
remember-
me I'm
Telling
Nolan
me I
Ryan?
got a good arm?
Well, do you
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
when people were really aware of the word twerk? White people were aware, and they were getting angry, like, "Oh, well, there's twerking around and everything." This had to have been about 20 years ago. I said that what we should do is make twerk just mean all dancing. So all old people would then adopt twerk. Kids would stop saying twerk.
It'd make it less popular.
Because you're accepting it.
Yeah.
At MoMA one time, my brother and I are going through there. There's this blank wall, right? And there's all these exhibits in this room, but there's one blank wall. My brother and I stood there and was like, "You can't even see the brushstrokes." We're like breaking down the artistic value of this blank wall. And this woman walks up behind us and is like listening to what we're saying, like this is a piece of fucking art.
Right.
We're like, "Oh, I love how this color really makes the wall have a flatness
Yeah.
that I wasn't aware of before."
Yeah. It's flat, yet it's textured, but smooth,
Right.
yet rough.
It's early
I love
Gianti
this
brothers.
alabaster color.
Yeah, it definitely brings out the.
It's smooth like abalone.
It makes me understand the torment that the artists were going through.
And the white they use is eggshell, which is, we have a fragile life, fragile like an eggshell.
Yeah.
But an egg is a symbol of life as it's symbolic. Yeah.
Yeah. People
fuck are
take
y'all
themselves
talking
way
about
too
right
serious. Well, I was gonna say the Oliver Cromwell. By the way, I would have liked to see.
Who was Oliver Cromwell? by the
Oliver
way?
Cromwell was like the
Like a British
bas-
dictator or something?
kinda. He's the one. He's basically the responsible for the sort of the downfall of the British monarchy.
Oh, okay.
He was a member of Parliament. He was ended up being the whatever they had, Prime Minister, whatever, and he led it was a civil war that he
This is pre-World War One.
oh yeah
Yeah.
by like 100 years. It's like the 1800s.
Okay.
So yeah, no, because I've recently watched a documentary.
The Crown?
no, about the fall of the monarchies of Europe.
Oh, yeah.
And how they happened between 1905 and 1930. I know everybody's riveted. But I was like, why isn't the British mark? And then I'm like, oh, right. It's very timely that you accidentally said Oliver Cromwell. Just explaining where it comes from.
Yeah, I was trying to think. I knew he had like a British name. Oh, and he was in Succession. I forgot
Oh,
about
was that his
He
name?
was Logan Roy's brother, estranged brother in Succession.
Interesting. That I've never seen. See, there's another one.
That's-
I get. People are like, oh, how come you never seen?
That show was good.
Yeah, I heard it was good. I never.
I don't like when people tell me, "Oh, you're gonna love this show." You
Yeah.
don't know my taste. There's a lot of shows I like. Then
You
the
don't like
shows I
that
don't like.
because you expect expectations get up?
Yeah,
I end up not seeing those things and not seeing them for years.
yeah.
And then I get to them and I'm like, oh, this is great. I'm like, fuck, I wish I could have enjoyed this in real time.
Yeah.
When all those people were still alive.
Or I feel like they're judgy. That they look at you a certain way and they're
Yes.
like, you would like this show.
Yeah, I get that.
You know.
Yeah. Oh, you're
So,
going
like,
to pigeonhole me like
When
that?
Sons of Anarchy came out, I've never ridden a motorcycle, and family members and in-laws were like, "You ever see Sons of Anarchy? No, you would like that show." Do I look? First of all, I didn't shave because it's November. That's the only. Like, do I strike you? Like, I wear jeans and polo shirts most days. Do I strike you as a biker? That's how I took it. Like, I strike you as like someone that wears leather and like is just like born to be wild, like
Breaking the law.
That's how I took it, yeah. And then I like waited. The show ended. A couple years after it ended, like one summer, I said to my wife, I'm like, you know what? Let's give this a try. Like, never seen it before, and I ended up loving it. By like season 3, I was like, she's like, what do you want to do today? And I'm like, ride through this world. I like playing the theme song, and like season 3, I was like, I can see myself getting a motorcycle. She goes, you can't ride a bicycle. You're gonna get a motorcycle. I'm like, I think so. I was like,
figure
I
this
can
out.
see
Well, with a bicycle, I'm responsible for powering it.
Yeah.
Motorcycle, I have no responsibility.
But it's good though. It's Hamlet with motorcycles. So, no, it literally is. It was.
Oh, yeah,
written-
it is, yeah.
It's the whole plot is Hamlet.
Now, were you mad
it's
that
Muslim.
someone called you out?
Then I realized, oh, they were saying it. They liked it. They didn't realize that, but they liked it because they're into, like dramas and all that stuff, and it was on FX, so there was a lot of stuff.
Right, so they
get away
kinda-
with that wasn't you couldn't on like Channel 4.
Did you how did you feel then? Because they turned out to be right. So
They turned out to be right. So
You
I
hate
finally-
yourself even more now?
No, so I told him I was like I finally watched it. We finally show's incredible.
You apologize.
Yeah, we told you. I told him. I said I was like, listen, I was like, I'm sorry, I never took your word for it. I was like, it was really good.
See? Apology.
Now, did you ask him for more recommendations on shows after
No.
that?
right, but you still hate when people will say that. To
I
you,
just hate it, because I feel like I feel like I'm getting labeled or something. You know,
Let it go.
like Andy was saying before about when people say, "What do you mean you never seen It's Always Sunny?" Sometimes there's a show that you know
It's just
is
your blind
popular,
spot.
but sometimes there's a show is popular, but you just don't have the time or
It's on a certain night, like 24. The whole concept of the show 24, I loved. It was kind of innovative for the time.
Yes.
Each episode was going to be an hour. There were going to be 24 fucking episodes.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to it. I missed the first episode. I have never seen it now because I missed the first one.
yeah.
And I was like, oh, well, now it's not going to make sense because I'm going to be watching from the second hour in.
You're right.
And then, they all come out on DVD. Like, fuck you. I'm not buying something so that I can catch up with some stupidity that I can already get because all you idiots fucking constantly quote this shit to me. Okay.
How about this? I have a friend that has refused to ever watch the season finale to any show because she doesn't want to know how it ends because then it's finite.
Oh wow.
So like so
she
she,
that's
lives
a-
her life in limbo. On
That's
all
like
these
a
shows?
mental
Right?
illness,
That's
I think.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's like a very specific mental
Yeah.
illness.
Yeah.
oh, check this out.
She's
This-
torturing herself right there.
Right. Was she abused as a child?
no,
All right.
she's a normal person.
No.
But
Well, obviously
it's
not,
it's like-
right? Like you led with
she-
the
she
not
does-
normal part.
No, but like she wants to not have I guess she not like she doesn't want to have closure with that show because it's like a chapter of her life. I
All
guess
those
that's-
Soprano jokes, all those end of
I
Seinfeld
would-
jokes, like she doesn't even get them.
We watched. We are on season 4. We started like 3 weeks ago of rewatching Sopranos, my wife and I, and oh my god, there's always something you miss.
Oh,
this
yeah.
is I think the third or fourth time I've rewatched
Yep.
all the episodes. There's always something you miss. I
Yep.
always forget that Gloria hits him with the stake in the Pine Barrens episode because I always remember it just being about the Pine Barrens where they get lit,
Right.
you know.
Yep.
I totally forgot that there's the whole Annabella Sciorra. Oh, she's so hot.
I love
Oh,
Annabelle,
she looked
sure.
great in that show, man.
Yeah.
She looks great
I
in
mean,
everything.
social media helps you with that too. Like if you watch TikTok, they'll point
Oh,
out
yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
You're like, what? And then
Well,
you go back and watch the fucking movie 3 times and
Yeah.
shit.
Yellowstone?
Like
Has
Friday.
anybody watched fucking Yellowstone?
yeah.
I haven't. I have no interest. It's whatever. But fucking Facebook thinks it's important that it shows me Kit is a character on Yellowstone. This guy. Apparently
That's his name. It's
his-
the actor's name.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Because it was presented to me. Facebook was like, Kit taking care of business.
Oh, maybe Rip.
Rip. Okay,
Rip.
maybe it's added.
So Rip is you seen Days of Confused?
Yeah.
Rip is Benny, the redhead.
Oh, no.
So they dye his hair. Yeah, but his character is actually a badass.
Well,
on the
that's-
show. He's a good. He's one of probably the most. He's probably the most fan like him and Beth, who's his like wife. Not
Well,
his
some of
wife.
this had this chick in
Yeah.
it as well, but it was a supercut of Rip
Yeah, yeah.
beating the fuck out of people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was like, I gotta check out this fucking show, and then I realized like this is anger porn.
Well, there's a
Like
there's a
I'm gonna
couple of
fucking
quotes-
blow my load all over the place in a second.
There's a couple of quotes from that like they'll say like in season 1, they're like, a lot of the ranch hands are people that are trying to like change
okay.
their lives,
Right.
So it's they've served time or whatever, and they're getting a second chance at life, and they'll tell you, listen, you work here, you live here, blah blah, doesn't work for you, it's okay, we'll just drop you over at the train station, no questions asked. Then it's like the end of season 2, maybe beginning of season 3. Kevin Costner's character John Dunn, he's like, all right, Rip, just drop him over at the train station. Then you realize the train station is the state board. He fucking throws you off a mountain.
Oh, Jesus.
So you realize that's the train station they're dropping you off at. You're capped, and then they toss you right over the state line, literally like a 600-foot drop. So in the beginning, so they're like, when you rewatch the show and season 1, he's like, that's all right, doesn't work out. It's okay, no hard feelings, we'll just take you to the train station. So later on you realize, the train station is Cobra. You're getting 2 in the head, and your body is getting pieced, fed to the Grizzlies. So there's like a phrase. So people have a T-shirt say like, "Hey Rip, take him to the train station." That's where it comes from.
I hate that I know that now, but thank you.
No, but yeah, but the show's good. I would say, it's somebody else had also mentioned it too. It's probably like our generation's version of Dallas, like our pet. But I think with more likability.
Okay.
I think so. It's
better
like,
written.
It's probably like it's not the Sopranos by any means. It's probably more. It's probably more closer to Dallas than the Sopranos for sure. But
it's sprinkled with anger porn.
I guess
Dallas maybe didn't have.
I don't know. There's just
Dallas had hot women,
but visually there's so many nice shots visually.
Oh, like Montana kind of thing?
Yeah, so we spent the summer, we drove out there. We drove out to Montana. We were in Wyoming. We went to Yellowstone National Park. Like, watching that show made me want to see more. Also, Aerial America. I like that show. But it made my wife and I want to actually, like, drive out west and see more of
I guess I was stationed in North Dakota for 3 years.
No, I'll admit to it.
But after 3 winters in North Dakota, like, the northern Midwest can go fuck itself.
Well, we went to... what's it called? South Dakota is beautiful. Where we went to? Listen.
No,
man,
I get you, but like I was there. Like it's.
We were there in the summer. That's it. Also, when you're going somewhere on vacation,
Yeah.
you're mentally
Oh,
in a total different.
Well, that's
state
why
of mind.
people. That's why Cracker Barrel. People love Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel's not a good fucking restaurant. You're on fucking vacation when you go to Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, the pancakes are pretty good though. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
I
lie.
was about to say that's syrup.
Yeah.
Those two married.
I've
together.
never had anything good at
Oh,
Cracker
Andy.
Barrel.
I'm with you. I don't enjoy it.
Well,
Vacation or not.
you don't lend any fucking credence to this because you don't fucking eat anything. So that's not helping me.
I love pancakes.
I'd rather you be like, Andy, you're wrong, and they might actually rethink
I
their
don't go to the
position.
general store part. I don't go into the general store part. I just.
Well, isn't
if I'm
that the
going there,
waiting
I'm going
area?
there to eat. Nah, sit outside or walk around and stare at the same,
Like
area
license
you
plates
talked
with people's names on them.
about. Yeah,
There's no Daphne. That's what.
You only sarsaparilla sticks?
Sarsaparilla.
I'm not into that stuff. Like we went to Wall Drug. So it's like out west, right? Yeah, how like when you drive to like Disney, there's like the south of the border signs, like forever. So Wall Drug is this city. It's like it's like a little town in South Dakota that they have signs for fucking days. Like, oh, you're a couple miles away from Wall Drug. Oh, you're 7 clicks from Wall Drug. Oh, you're 18 counties away from Wall Drug. Oh, as seen on Good Morning America. Well, as seen on NBC, The Today Show. As seen on People Magazine, page 2 in blah, blah, blah. And then you get there, and it's literally like, it looks like a movie set of like Main Street USA, right? So it's like parking's in the middle, and then it looks like it had to have been like a Wild West strip of like stores on either side that now they've modernized, and it's just motorcycles everywhere. So we went like 2 days after the Sturgis bike rally,
Oh Jesus!
and it had ended. So we went like 2 days after it ended. We were driving through, and I don't see the appeal to it. Aside from people probably like, all right, it's
Nostalgia.
something.
There's
There's
nothing in it,
there's
like,
there's
just-
nothing out there. Where I was stationed, we were 20 miles west of the geographical center of North America. It's a small fucking stone thing. I have
Yeah.
a picture of me in front of it, but you'll see signs that are like geographical center of North
Yeah.
America, and it's just, I shit you not, just this. Because North Dakota is just flat,
Yeah.
and it's at this fucking intersection where there's like maybe 3 buildings. And in one of the parking lots is this fucking stone monument, which only is maybe 10 feet tall.
Yeah.
There's a giant fucking turtle in Boissevain, Manitoba. And you see signs for it for fucking... My ex-wife, I met her in Winnipeg, so on the way, I had to pass through Boissevain to get to...
Winnipeg, more like loser peg.
I like to Winnipeg all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
I just had to find the right girl to Winnipeg me.
Yeah. Oh, not Al Bundy. He did not want to Winnipeg. Sorry.
He would
But
like
yeah,
to lose his peg. But yeah, all that stupid shit. Largest hay bale.
Yeah.
And you're
we
like...
joked about that.
Wait,
Like
what
that,
about South Dakota? What the fuck is in South Dakota? Ain't like
The Black Hills. It's Mount
Hill-
Rushmore.
Yeah.
Mount Rushmore, Badlands National Park. Badlands National Park was sick. It's like 110 degrees, but it was 30-mile-an-hour winds. So when you walk outside, it's like it's hot, but not hot like when you open up an oven.
Right.
It was hot, but it wasn't humid.
There's no humidity.
But the wind was
Yeah.
the wind felt so nice. So like, you go out there, the sun is strong, but I felt like so, and I hate heat.
one's
I hate
still
humidity,
hot there.
but it was stale, and the wind coming through, it instantly cooled you off.
Yeah.
So it's
Drive
like-
you off, at least, yeah.
Yeah, it's like an afternoon in Long Island in the summer where once it hits like 3-4 o'clock, you get the farmer's breeze that comes through and like through the backyards. It was like that the whole time, and we saw bald eagle, we saw prairie dogs, all this stuff.
Oh, Dak rats, we called those. Prairie dogs.
What?
Dak rats.
Dak rat? Why Dak? Oh, Dakota.
The Dakota rats. They were fucking dead everywhere on base.
Oh yeah.
And matter of fact, my boss, one of the first boss I had in the Air Force, we're driving to a meeting, and he's just like... And he hits one that was the back half of it was crushed and the front arms are... And he went over it to
man.
put it out of its misery.
Yeah, yeah.
And they used to get so bad that the base would actually issue licenses to kill Dak rats. And I had a bay chief, one of the guys who like ran the dorm when the dorm manager wasn't around, used to sit down. He had fucking lawn chair. He'd have his fucking air rifle, pump it up, drinking beers, just fucking killing Dak rats left, right, and center.
Jeez.
I was in a
they
meeting
don't got
once.
no natural predators or nothing like that.
No, not there. No,
Oh.
and because we're there, we're driving away the natural
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
predators. But I was in a meeting once. The vice wing commander, he's full bird colonel, right? Sitting there, he's the captain of our base hockey team. He's running the meeting. He's at the head of this table. I'm sitting against the wall because I don't fucking matter. And he's talking to this other full bird colonel, being like, "Yeah, fucking Dak rats are terrible this year. You know what my son and I did? We filled in all the Dak rat holes on our lawn, except for 2. One, we ran the water in there, and the other one, we just had the lawnmower on over it.
Damn.
It was brutal. Yeah, yeah.
God damn.
Carl Spackler would not have approved that.
Oh, it was awful.
Jeez.
That was genocide.
Yeah, no, it was, and they were just carcasses all over the place throughout the 2 months of summer. Like, they were just everywhere. It was disturbing.
So nobody thought they were cute and furry and lovely.
You started off that way.
We did. I did.
No, you.
I was like, I'd like to pet one of these.
You're a visitor. I
Your
guess.
Yeah.
your first reaction is like, "Oh, look at all these!" Like, and then
Yeah.
by the end of it, you're
50
like,
pictures of them.
Drown him and throw him in a lawnmower.
walking
Yeah.
around with axes,
And
2
whack-a-mole.
axes, just fucking yes.
With a lawnmower, dude. That's
Yeah, that's messed up.
Oh, no doubt.
full bird bat shit right there.
Yes. Yes, it was. But everybody had their own way of.
I thought you were gonna
taking
say that like he filled the holes with gasoline.
I
And
thought
I was
fireworks-
like, it's got to be
I thought
something.
fireworks to anything. I was like,
Yeah.
There
Now
were
I thought
people- there
about
were
it,
absolutely
there's
people.
no way this story's going to end lovely and stuff like that.
No, there's nothing
Picked
good
the
about it.
Darkest way to go.
That's so messed
I didn't
up.
choose that life. That life chose me.
I see. Grow up in a.
That Dak rat shit.
What's their predator? Like wolves, I guess, and like hawks and owls and
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah.
be
So you're not. It's an Air Force base.
Yeah.
We're driving birds away. Every bird, there's no bird that's cool to be nearby a base.
And they think they feel safe over there with y'all, I guess.
Yeah, but then they're dead.
Until
And
that
it's like,
lawnmower
hey, where'd
comes.
Rick go? Well,
Huh?
That's right. It's insane.
Wow, they got rid of the snakes and the eagles. We're safe with the humans.
Who's
Fucking lawnmower.
why does Grandpa Dak Rat have half a head? Oh, Grandpa Toro?
yeah,
That was the last thing he saw when he got brained.
yeah.
He saw
All
the
the
Toro blade.
he sits in the corner and just goes.
Yeah. Or he goes, I reckon we can get some taters.
My friends
I like them dandelions. Get to some dandelions to eat up in here.
The Lord say two muskrats not supposed to lay next to each other. But you make a good Dak Rat. You make a good daddy.
Yeah, fuck the West. Not a fan.
What about Scottsboro, Alabama? Anybody?
Yeah, fuck Alabama too.
Never been there.
And in Scottsboro, Alabama, I was just reading an article this morning. Every suitcase lost by an airline, a lot of people are traveling this weekend, eventually ends up in Scottsboro, Alabama. It's about 150 miles north of Atlanta. It's a 50,000 square foot building where lost luggage, the contents of lost luggage, goes into this building, and it's an actual store.
And the luggage gets to fuck its cousin.
Right. But no, they actually put this. It's laid out like a department store at major discounts. Clothes, shoes, shelves of books.
If we have a place like that, it's right across the parking lot.
Yeah, right. But yeah, it's electronic cell phones, laptop, tablets, headphones. All electronics are wiped clean.
Does it have a cute name for the store? Or? Is it Amazon?
It's called Unclaimed Baggage. That's what it's actually called.
That sounds like a very
They
Alabama
need a
name.
logo.
Skis, snowboards, skateboards, sleds, women's pole vaulting poles.
I mean, where else do you go to get those except Scottsboro, Alabama?
They
I
got
gotta
online. They online.
Not that it says here.
I'll have to look it up after that. Yeah,
What-
thank
Go
you.
check it.
When suitcase gets lost, an airline will spend up to 3 months trying to get it back to its owner. But after 3 months, the airline gives up and reimburses the owner anywhere up to $3,800. 99.5% of suitcases checked on airlines do not get lost. So we're talking 0.5% of stuff, but it's still you take all the flights in all over the world. It still adds up to a lot of stuff.
It does.
This business started in 1970, and they're just flying.
Everything's flying off the shelf.
Yeah,
They
flying
close-
into the shelves. It sounds
They
like
close at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock our time.
Oh, they got
on Black Friday. Are those the Black Friday hours though?
Oh,
They got a Black Friday.
I'm looking.
They were open last night though.
Hey guys,
Fuck them.
It's 57 degrees there right now.
Of course it is.
It's a 4.5 hour flight. I've got nothing else planned today. I don't know
Let's
about
go.
you,
I need a
gentlemen.
pole vaulting.
Right? I need. They have
Women's
new,
pole vault.
New
Women's,
arrivals.
alright.
New
That's
arrivals.
the.
All right.
But I understand why.
Brown
You're
cocoa,
just as good a pole vaulter as a woman is.
Let's go.
brown cocoa solid
A
font
man in a wheelchair.
bodysuit shapewear. Only $35, size small. Wow.
Perfect.
Oh, so they do have shit listed on.
They have Michael Kors. It's a lot of women's stuff, I guess. Most
And
of
they
it-
only have to recoup the up to 3,800.
Right.
Michael Kors Levitt Jet Set bag, $220 for 73.
But you can't order them online. You can only
Bottega
look at it.
Veneta. No, it says free shipping.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Free ship. Black 4G logo top 55. How? Oh, do you remember the guy? Speaking of Air Force, the dude that was he wasn't the Secretary of Defense, but he was a I don't want to mislabel him, but he's in the military. I want to say Army though, not Air Force. High up there, was I don't know if it's a trans woman or a guy that just dresses like it's 2023. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but just was removed, got their position removed like in the last 6 months.
I want to say it's a guy who dresses as a woman, but I'm not
Okay.
positive. Yeah.
But it's a redhead, bald, like,
Yeah.
but ginger. And I don't want to offend gingers out there, but, or follically challenged. But yeah, it was, and like like a lady saw him post something on Twitter and was like, that's my top that they're wearing. It was like, oh, I'm blah, blah. And it turned out that this person had, like, she had the lady that's claiming they're wearing my stuff. Literally, it was like designer stuff that they designed.
Haute
It was
couture.
yeah, you know what I'm talking about? It was the military. I think it's a guy that just dresses like woman. I don't think it's a trans
Oh,
woman.
wow.
But it was
Just transvestite.
but it was a military person. They were like facing jail time and all this stuff because it was like they would post some pictures like, oh, feeling cute, might wear this today to the flight. And some lady saw the top and was like, that's my one of a kind. I designed that
One-of-one?
top
And made it, sewed it herself kind of
and
thing.
my luggage out of like Minneapolis was like, my flight from Minneapolis, like Kansas City, was the stuff was reported missing. I never got my luggage, and it was like for like a fashion show or something. And this person is rocking like all of it. And yeah, in the Biden administration, they were like, not because of Biden, but like in the last 4 years, they like moved up real quickly in the ranks. And then this came out, and they're like, oh, this lady's a hater. She's not. And then said like, no, like I've got a shit ton of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
that, like,
yeah.
And then somebody found another picture like, there's the same thing. You remember this?
No, but it does, none of it sounds that
to-
far afield from
Yeah.
like reality.
I have to look it up because I was saying, I don't want to mislabel the person.
Well, it's funny, the whole trans thing, just as a side note, calling somebody trans when I was a kid versus now meant something completely fucking different.
What
I
do
mean,
you
it was
mean?
in the same vein. Because it used to be, if you said somebody was trans, they were transvestite. Not a transgender. Transgender was not a thing. People would joke about it. Like, there would be like, he's going off to Sweden. Because at that time, Sweden was the only country that was like approving these. I only made it 3/4 of the way through the process. So. But yeah, it just hit me recently because I was like, yeah, shit, we just thought people liked wearing ladies' clothes, and it was like, whatever. But if you say trans now, you mean like they're trying to like change everything about themselves biologically, which is crazy.
This is the person.
Wow.
That's the person.
It's Posey. No.
Yeah, it is Jeff Bosey. Oh, wow. Yeah,
So-
they look like
Caught
that
so-
sort of weirdo.
30 spot was a
No, like
deputy.
stealing other people's clothes is what I actually mean
So
by that.
it was a felony. They got busted, caught on camera stealing luggage. This goes back, it's a year ago.
And
Caught stealing luggage at Harry Reid Airport in Vegas.
so it would probably be an
It was
Air
a
Force.
felony warrant issued back in December last year. Deputy Assistant Secretary reported it. It's grand larceny, and the person is
service?
a Deputy Assistant Secretary for the Office of Spent Fuel and Waste Disposition.
Okay.
But it was the Office of Nuclear Energy. But I remember they lost their.
Oh, so not DOD.
No.
Department of Energy.
Yeah,
right?
no.
Yeah.
But it was they lost their job though. But I remember people claiming like when there was like the heads of like the different branches of the armed forces, and like every one of them had somebody that was like trans or whatever. This person was always like lumped in those pictures too.
Oh, right.
to
They
to
used
show,
them
like,
as their photo
yeah,
op.
that
kind of
like oh,
person.
we in our department we're
How
also
diverse we
we're
are.
also we all coexist together.
Right.
Like this person became like the poster face
Right.
for that department. So I think that was part of it too. Is a lot of people were like,
Real kick to the nuts.
no, I think a lot of people like refused to believe. A lot of people like said that you're accusing them, but you're just saying that because you hate
Right.
or you're not accepting. But then it turned out no, this lady legit, her stuff was stolen.
That. See, and
Yeah.
dude, I don't care who you are. Like, stealing is just such a easy thing to do and feels good. Whoa, sorry.
There was more than $3,600 worth of stuff of like clothes, including jewelry, makeup, contact lenses, and then the person got busted on camera. But then it was like a shirt or a gown or something that this lady had designed.
Well, thank God for social media.
Right?
Yeah, true.
So this is funny. Kind of going back to finales and TV shows.
Okay.
So social media, right? How many times is there a riot or a protest or even a high school fight? And there's more people doing this than there are stepping in, right?
Right.
Nobody fucking stepped in when we were kids.
No.
Did you ever fucking witness a fight in high school?
Of course.
Nobody stepped in. If anything, there were more fights.
If
better they're standing there fucking.
If it was people I knew, and I was like, and I knew that
jump
they were
in.
friends. If it was people I knew that were friends or something like that, I think most of the time I would try to break it.
Yeah,
especially like 8th
I was
grade.
sitting there yelling, "Hit him!"
Now, like in 8th grade, if
I
like
broke a fight.
like
Hit
7th
him.
and 8th grade, like my friends, like there was not many of us in we were a small school, so like I try to keep the peace. Like sometimes you're playing football at recess, somebody shoves each other, but like I think.
But if
for
it
the
was
most
two
part, we
schmucks
get our
that,
share.
if it's two schmucks that you're not friends with,
I know
that you have no
kill each
fucking
other.
clue, you just let it go. Matter of fact,
kill
you
each
watch it. You sit there and watch it.
Yeah,
It's the same fucking thing.
You follow
Yeah.
the crowd.
but
World
like,
Star, motherfucker.
You make the circle.
but like
Yeah.
if you look at now,
It's the same thing. Only now they get to fucking be like, I can't wait to show this to everybody later, instead of just telling them.
So this is what leads me up to it. So when you see something like that happen now, and they're like, wow, this person, like this is footage of somebody that just died.
Yeah.
They're still recording this person having a heart attack or a seizure. So I go back to the people that have that reaction. How could they do that? How could you like just videotape that? So I go back to the last episodes of Seinfeld. So in Seinfeld they go on trial because John Panette is getting.
Right.
He was a famous comic
Yeah.
back then.
Yeah.
John Panette is getting robbed, and they have a video camera, and they're recording it, and they're laughing, like doing their own like New York wise ass commentary.
Yeah, right.
And it was the Good Samaritan law, and so the show ends. Spoiler alert! I know it's
Oh,
25 years later, but the show ends with them doing time in jail together,
Right.
Because they didn't interfere. They didn't intervene.
I think they were in Scottsdale, Alabama, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
As a matter of
yeah.
fact, it was.
He was like,
It was a little small
he's
town,
like, help,
that episode.
help!
though.
This is my luggage. Oh, that's a shame. That looks like what they take it to your body.
That luggage is choking that guy. Why is that luggage choking that guy? It doesn't make sense. But that's
Why is there no apple tag?
people have and Good Samaritan laws are very specific. See, I would hate that sort of thing because the reality of it, and being in a place like North Dakota, there are Good Samaritan laws, but they mainly have to do with if there's a disabled vehicle on the side of the road. If they can prove that you passed there without stopping to make sure that everybody was okay, you could be prosecuted under the Good Samaritan laws. But that's because if you break down, you could die in because of the winter, especially in the winter and
What
whatnot.
if I got something to do?
What's more
Sorry.
important than somebody possibly dying
Because you
on the
could
road?
be the only person that
Came here
passes
to
them.
this podcast.
You could
Had
be
to
the only.
here by 11, man. So 3 cars.
But
pulled-
we don't really have that. And it really is
Some people would
unfair to
rather-
Oh yeah,
expect
New Yorkers
people
don't give a fuck.
to do shit.
Nobody pulls over now. Like, it's funny. I'm driving down the 135 today, and I'm driving past by Bethpage, Powell Avenue, right? Exit 8.
Yeah.
So I go past exit 8. There's a cop that has somebody pulled over, but it's like as you get towards the off ramp. So whatever. So I'm in the right lane, and then just under Powell Avenue, there's a construction truck, just with its hazards on, and I get into the middle lane, and there's like nobody on the road. But I'm like, I was like, I think this summer we drove 6,000 miles over the summer, and I was like, I was like, just out of habit now, I find myself doing it. I'm like, nobody on Long Island gives a fuck about somebody pulled over. Like by law,
Well,
you're supposed to pull over, and nobody does.
It's
No,
the
I
urban
call
legends.
no, exactly. I call
urban
852.
It's a setup. They're
I do-
pulled over so they can get you.
I do call 852 cops out by me.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's Suffolk. I don't know if they have the same thing in Nassau, but we have a non-emergency number. You call them like a non-emergency. Hey, I just passed blah, blah, blah.
It's out of friendlies.
There's a fucking there's apparently a man holding a gun saying he's going to shoot up the friendlies. But no, I always if I see somebody else, I assess the entire situation.
Yeah.
If there's somebody else handling it, I don't do it. But if so, I'll Because no, I'm not gonna fucking stop.
Yeah.
But I am gonna do something that helps.
Yeah, well, it was a construction one. They look like they're doing like not mowing the lawn on the side, but like they had like the orange netting on the side. So they must have gotten off to like spot check, I guess, what was going on. But I was like, I just instinctively, I'm like, I'll just get over in the middle lane. It doesn't matter.
I once was driving late at night on 107, like on the North Shore, where it's all one lane and wooded.
Oh, like
And
Brookville?
Yeah, a little north, like closer to Glen Cove. But there was a car up against a tree, and I just happened to, I don't know how I even saw it as I was driving past, but the windshield had almost like a circle hole in it. So I just immediately thought somebody hit this tree and then flew. And I did. I pulled right over. I went looking. I didn't find a thing, man. I'm looking up, looking to see if somebody's body's hanging. Nothing.
You see, I'm not qualified to stop and help somebody. Like I know how to secure an
I'm not
eye
qualified
that's been,
for anything,
that's
but I
been
try.
popped out of somebody's head to take a fucking styrofoam cup and bandage it to their head. Like I learned how to do that, but I don't have that expertise. I will call somebody and say, hey, come down. There's when lights are out. Like I'm that idiot civic white dude, being like, hey, the light is out. The turn signal. I had to wait for 3 hours.
White people.
To make a left-hand turn
Never
off of
mind, they fucking
347 onto Old Town Road. Yeah.
These guys don't understand.
Yeah.
It's all right. We're winning anyway.
Get us.
Yeah,
Get us.
we've already won.
Meanwhile, we're like, yo, what's going on in the North Pole?
Oppression, my brother.
I once had a guy in here who, I forget if it was local news or Channel 12, something was out there about a missing dog, and it was last seen on the 135. And a guy, I actually had him in here where he drove on the 135 to find the dog, and sure enough, he found it and saved it and brought it back to its rightful owner.
Craziest thing I ever
So there's
saw.
still people
Now,
out
what do
there.
y'all do when y'all see missing adult on Southern State and stuff?
I note that it's a silver Acura. I notice it's a silver Acura because it's always a silver or gray Acura.
Yeah.
I'm like, that guy doesn't want to go home to his wife. That's it, yo.
Yo, this is like the fourth
kinda wanna do
time
that
this
too.
month that this guy just has had enough of that shit.
Yeah, he's just tired of her, yo.
I just hate that because the Amber Alert will be like your phone will be like go nuts, and it's like in Kentucky, there was a child not dropped off at the daycare.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
Or
what
on the
Kentucky,
ring,
I'm
or
in
the ring
fucking
goes
Long
off. Are there bombs going off on the highway?
Yeah. Right.
It's the fucking 4th of July. I think cars are getting shot on the 135 by Old Country Road. Please confirm.
No, the worst is there's a helicopter. Okay.
Yeah.
They-
The
why are
launch
they
pad
flying
is right over there.
Right.
I saw a helicopter flying over Stewart Avenue by Bethpage High School. Yeah, because Charles Dolan takes his private chopper to Cablevision, stupid.
It's the air show.
See where I
Is that a hawk? Is that a hawk flying over the 135? I think pterodactyls are back.
where I live on the North Shore in Suffolk is where the
North Shore.
that's right.
Clearly we can relate.
I'm dropping
This
dropping
guy.
all of these very heavily white.
Where I am, north
Where they
of Northern
from? Where they
Boulevard.
from?
I want you to know you're not going to get this, so I'm going to white explain this to
I'm
you.
about to get I'm a gangster. Aquabos here.
But that's where all of the
Give him a prize of
helicopters
payment.
go down to the Hamptons, where they cut across the island.
The Hamptons. Now, yeah, not even
or
I'm
south?
moving now.
Well, no, they're all the Hamptons are all on the South Shore.
Wow. Just
I hate to. This
was
is another
so
geography
fucking
thing. The other
arrogant,
day
yo.
he had a geography thing that,
Yes, you did.
and I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, you did. It was awful.
It was like your geography was. I'm like, oh my god.
my geography sucks. I hate when white people give me directions.
My mother,
Head north.
yesterday,
No, motherfucker.
No,
What tree do I turn
There's
at?
not the
What
one
tree
white
do I
person
turn
that's
at?
ever said head north to you.
my mother yesterday at
And then the
Thanksgiving.
outlets, he refers to it as tanger. He uses the hard R.
Tanger?
When he talks about
Yeah.
the... I keep my accent.
What, I grew up saying it.
I'm going to the Tanga
I
outlets.
grew up.
What-
That's how my grandpa says it.
What? I'm not allowed to say Tanger anymore.
That's how my grandpa says it.
Oh, you Tanger ass motherfuckers!
My mother yesterday for Thanksgiving, she was because she watches. She's
shit.
She's the one.
She hated you, right?
No, well, yeah. I mean, that goes back before the show, but she actually said, "She goes, I like that Sean. He sounds very smart." She said to me.
Well spoken.
She was sober?
She was sober.
right, now-
at that time, she wasn't eventually.
You're very well spoken, is what she actually
I
said.
know a few things. I say big words here and there. Just
Oh, dude, that's the
sprinkling
best thing to do.
Then I go to the North Pole.
Even he said it more
can't
quietly.
even say that.
North Pole.
Nah.
I got to practice that.
I
there
am Black
now, yo.
Irish though.
Can you teach me?
I got somewhere.
Some of that Portuguese and
So you-
Are
Spanish
you
blood.
born and
So
raised
you
in Long
only drink
Island?
Hennessy?
Are you born and raised in Long Island?
Huh?
You're born and raised in Long
Yes,
Island?
Amityville.
I'm from Queens originally. So it's probably what it's
Astoria?
I'm
No,
originally
I'm
from
not
Astoria. Yeah, that's me. I'm originally from Astoria. Yeah.
Woodhaven.
Yeah.
It's all Guyanese now.
Yeah.
Mostly Guyanese.
It was always Guyanese. They just come out more now.
Yeah. When it was undisclosed, it was mostly Irish people walking the streets. When Irish people thought they were safe back then.
Oh, shit.
And speaking of jail, did you guys hear who's getting released from jail?
R. Kelly.
No. Oscar Pistorius is being released.
Oh!
So
Your idol.
my favorite
You're an
fact.
idol. You look up to him?
Oh, he's my hero. Not because of the leg, just because he killed. No, I'm kidding.
My favorite Oscar Pistorius story is during his trial.
Yeah.
His lawyer got an expert to test and then testify that officially Oscar Pistorius screams like a woman.
I remember that.
Like that blows my mind. Like somebody sitting in there and be like, "Well, we ran several tests on it, and Oscar Pistorius screams like a woman."
Because the
Well,
neighbor
like-
heard a lady scream, right?
Right, exactly.
okay.
It was only in context,
It's like-
and only
Tech detective thing right there.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
yeah.
I was gonna say
But could you imagine being the expert? They
By the same vein, bonding.
I'm white. I tried
Say
to
that.
high five you.
We'll work on it. We'll sync up. Wait, how long did he do though?
has to be about 12, 15 years.
10.
10?
Yeah.
That was it?
Yeah. Well, actually,
Wait, where
not,
he got sentenced at in America?
not even. No, in South Africa.
Africa.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
all
an
right.
African woman. Nobody cares about African women.
Yeah, but wait till he gets out.
God
South
damn.
Africa now is not like South Africa 10
No,
years ago.
no.
Yeah.
Oh, he's screwed.
Yeah.
You
So
gotta leave.
the murder happened 10 years ago, actually. Valentine's
Yeah.
Day, 2013. Wow. In 2014, he only got 5 years. But then it was appealed, and they gave him 6 years, which was still less than half the minimum of 15 years. So then, wow, in 2017, the Supreme Court then doubled his total sentence to 13 years and 5 months.
This is where I got that number.
But then, but now he's going to get out in January on parole.
Damn.
Supervision and compliance with
You gotta
parole
wear an
conditions.
ankle monitor?
Probably house arrest.
He didn't have a leg to stand on.
Shot collar.
Gotta wear ankle monitor.
Yeah, he won't feel a thing. They put the ankle on him.
So I
He'll take the whole leg off and just hop out of the house.
So I'm saying he's got to wear a shock collar or something. He's not unscrewing his head.
Shit.
He's not unscrewing his head. And
He's been home the whole time. How do you know? Because the ankle braces. Yeah, but he took the leg off.
So
I'm so glad we can make handicap jokes like that.
but this guy though, like, what, like, even if it was Olympian that still had all their limbs, what job do you get after that? What's he gonna do?
Somebody will pay him for the interview, for the
Right?
documentary.
I don't know if it's
Motivational speaking or
is
something?
Is it the
Yeah.
same? I wonder if it's the same though there as it is like here, at least in New York, where you cannot make money off of a
Yeah,
crime
you
that
can't
you.
make money off
No.
of
All right,
crime.
but then
But it's a different country.
So he's gonna
you
have
know,
a book.
like-
If I did,
right.
Oh.
if I did, like the
right,
OJ,
OJ,
thing.
right?
If I
If I
did
did,
kill her with my spatula legs,
right?
what would have happened?
With a real
Spatula
blade.
legs.
I made her a blade runner.
Isn't that what the running ones? Aren't that what they're called?
The blades.
Gotta ask Tony.
The blades. I've never
Are
heard
they
it
called
called.
blades?
The running
I
blades.
thought they're called spatula blades.
Maybe
Because
I've
they're
never heard
shaped like
that.
a
That's
spatula.
possible, but yeah, I've only
I gotta
heard
look
them
it up.
as
I've
I
heard-
wasn't saying it to be
What do
funny. I legit thought
Like
were
shaped like a
called
spatula. It's shaped like a J.
I gotta look. I thought they were
because
called
he
spatula
was part of
blades.
the innovative like that reverse
Right, and they
Yeah.
curve on it.
Yeah,
right, and they
yeah.
didn't want him in the Olympics originally. They thought he had an advantage.
Right, because they had said that he's not gonna. I remember them saying that he's not gonna feel cramps. He's not. Listen, like you think that he first of all, you think that he's got 100% easier balance
Right.
than say Usain Bolt. Like you don't think that he's challenged, but all right. So his calves might not cramp up, but you don't think that this guy's at a disadvantage already? Give me a break.
I've tried those things, and yeah, they're very hard to maneuver. What I have?
No, I know. I was there when you tried one. Was the race?
Oh, but I had that was different, but it was similar. It was similar to
Transtibial
it.
press-
It was-
Wait, what threw you off?
Transtibial prosthesis.
It's not just a matter of putting it on and running. There's a whole science behind it. Like for example,
Pretty sure it's a boing in there, something right? Boing, like
how do you spell that?
BOINGGGGG.
And then like multiple exclamation points after it. Boing.
Well, but that's
No, Batman
that's where I
spelled
was going. Because you can't just stop. You have to like slow it down because you'll keep going.
Oh, so those
Yeah.
are not everyday things.
Runners using blades over
No.
a distance of 400 meters had no advantage over their non-amputee counterparts.
Right.
Because one of the things, running blade's better than legs. No. A blade for below the knee can be about 3,500, but usually above the knee is $8 to $9,000.
Shit.
Oh yeah, these legs are worth more than me, man. Absolutely.
But no, they're just called blades. I thought for some reason though they were
That was your medical term.
transtibial prosthesis.
just stick with the black people.
Yeah.
Don't stick with us.
Maybe you were hungry when you.
No, you what? You
Story
what I
was
think it
on.
is? I think
maybe you were hungry.
I think the only time I heard about Oscar Pistorius, it was anytime Norm Macdonald was on Conan or whatever. So I probably must have, in my mind, convinced myself that whatever Norm is saying is probably
right.
the dictionary definition.
It's Berenstain Bears, the Mandela effect.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's what it is.
I didn't realize how of a genius Norm Macdonald was till
Oh
recently.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
Well, it's the sad thing is when people die and then you start seeing all of their stuff in one place at one time. You're like,
was
holy
the-
shit! What the fuck?
So
It
when
was the
Andy
talk-
dies,
it was the
people
little
will be like,
talk show he had that I was like, wow, this guy's good.
What when he was on the View?
Nah, he had a talk show.
No,
he
yeah,
was
it was
on.
Oh, it was on talk
On
show.
Netflix,
yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Something like
yeah.
that.
But even
The
before
View
that,
was the best.
before that, he had a podcast on YouTube. YouTube you could watch them now. Before he had the Netflix one, but it was the same thing. It was him and Adam Egget,
Yeah.
and it was called the Norm Macdonald Show.
Right.
It was like VPN or something like that's how you could get it, and it's some of the funny shit. It's structured exactly like the
Yeah,
Netflix
YouTube. I'm
one.
pretty sure YouTube saw it. I mean,
yeah.
Netflix saw it and was like, "Yo, we got to get."
Yeah,
a piece
if
of
you
this.
go on YouTube, I'm Not Norm, is that's probably the best channel to watch it through.
Yeah, I was following him on Twitter for several years, and
Yeah.
like he would mainly talk about betting
Yeah, or golf.
or golf.
Any golf tournament, I remember tweeting to him one time. I was like, dude, why doesn't CBS or PGA, why don't they hire him
yeah.
for aside from people that watch CBS or NBC whenever it's on the Golf Channel?
He knew that much
They-
about golf. I didn't know that.
anything sports related,
Yeah.
and betting related, he was.
Yeah, betting I knew about. In fact, he
Wow.
was bad with that. But
Yeah.
but I didn't know about his expertise.
There's
on
a
golf.
story of him and Artie Lang going to a casino in Vegas and him winning like, I don't know, $100,000 or something like that. And he took the money and he threw it in the ocean. And he's like, that's where it's going to end up anyway. Like it was something
Wow.
crazy
Right.
like that. But also like the mad genius of this guy where I forget who it was that bumped into him on a plane. He's like, yeah, he's like, I quit smoking. I quit, that stuff will kill you. It's like the worst habit, nastiest habit. And then the second he got off the plane, guy's like, I got my leg. So I'm fucking smoking a cigarette. But I think it's just one of those things that he was the smartest guy in the room.
Yeah.
Did you ever see him on The View? Do you know the
Oh,
clip
yeah.
I'm talking about?
Like where the cell phone goes off? Like, what is it? I don't know. They're like, whose phone is it? I don't know. They told me to have a phone. Like, I don't know. That guy thought it would be funny if the phone rang and I like picked it up, and like he's like, I don't know, the guy, and they're like, what? He's like, he wanted a prop. He thought it would be funny to like call it and me say something like, hello, yes, Mr. President. I don't know. But it's like, it was the funny thing because he thought it was dumb and then he makes it even more obvious how shitty the idea was.
But there's this one where because it might have been his first time on there, and they were like they were making it obvious before they brought him out that they didn't like him.
Yeah.
Like they were like kind of rolling their eyes every time they said his name. Like, oh, we have Will. Sorry, we have Norm Macdonald on the show today. Like,
People roll their eyes when they.
sorry. And so by the time they brought him out, like he had decided, I'm going to just mess with these bitches, and he starts to go into some story about how Bill Clinton killed a man.
Oh, the murderer.
Yeah.
Like, why would you say that? Wait, he didn't.
Right. This
Yeah.
is first time hearing of
He was
this.
a murderer.
so-
I thought we all knew that he was a murderer.
I think he's like, what? He was the murderer. You know, no, beat a. Oh, he was. Oh, I'm sorry. So Bill Clinton, not murderer.
Yeah.
real nice guy, great guy, never murdered anyone.
Which is funny because that's like I've always thought of that as like this direct tie to my favorite Gilbert roast joke, which was at Bob Saget's. I got Bob Saget did not rape and murder a 12-year-old girl in 1991. And he repeats himself over and over again. And he goes, and if you have any evidence, contact the police.
Jeez.
But I always thought that was like there was like a they were related to each other and somehow because it was around the same time.
Probably, yeah.
Because it was when Bush was in office.
But also, like Norm would deliberately he would get this look where like in his eyes he would go. He would get his eyes would light up like there was a child.
Like holy
there.
shit!
He knew he was gonna fuck with you, and he'd be like, "So get this, Albert Fish," and he'd be like, "Now don't laugh at this part." You know, and so he's setting you up so you know in your brain whatever he's gonna say. He knows he's telling you now you're gonna laugh at this, even if you might not have laughed. So he makes up this whole story about this guy Albert Fish, who's like murdered like children in like 1912 to like 1918. Blah blah. He's like Albert Fish. He's like this guy. Now now don't laugh at this one. Right? So, of course, the guy is his targets were mostly African-American and mentally retarded children. And as he says it, he looks at the guy. And, of course, the guy's like, why would you tell? You sent me. No, I told you not to laugh. But it's like, but you know you're setting him up that no matter what you say, he's deliberately now going to make you laugh.
Right.
It looks like you're the dick because you're going to laugh what he said. But he's totally telling you. He's telling you without telling you you're gonna laugh at this, you know, and then it looks like you look like such. And he's like, now why do you think he would have picked them? And I forget who. I think it was not Fred Willard. I can't think of the guy's name, but he was on Everybody Loves Raymond all the time, and he's like, I don't know. And then he's like, no, but why would he pick them? And then he's like, I don't know, because people wouldn't miss him as much. See, now you're thinking like Albert Fish. The way he said, so no matter what your answer is, he just sets you up, and he reads more and more. He's like, one of his survivors said the more you read about this, what a real jerk. So it's like he has a punchline set up,
right?
But all along the way, he's dragging you through this thing, and
that's what my favorite
he
is.
He also commits to that shit.
Yeah.
Well, where the punchline is, that's a knick-knack, Patty Slack.
Oh, Patty. Oh, the frog.
Yeah.
Trying to get a loan.
Oh, I fucking love that.
That's a knick-knack,
Patty Schwack. Patty Schwack.
Give that frog a loan. His old man's a Rolling Stone. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Jerry Lehane said he once wrote a skit about Bob Dole where he's in a daddy chair and visited by MTV-type teens spending the night. Okay.
Oh, that was they did MTV The Real World, where Norm Macdonald played Bob Dole,
yes.
and he was one of the.
Yeah.
Like, remember the old show The Real World? And
Who drank Bob Dole's milk?
Did it like Dave Chappelle?
Yeah.
It wasn't Chappelle. It was Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
But Chappelle did
Bob.
something that was similar.
Oh, the Man
but
of
his.
the World.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Katie got some big ass.
All right, it's just about time for us to go. But I wanted to play. I just wanted to play something really quick. You don't have to really see it. You just need to hear it. So you got your headphones. So I came across this story yesterday. This video apparently is old, but it's a guy who's being interrogated by the authorities in Missouri. Supposedly he killed his friend.
It kind of looks like my dad.
Oh, really?
A little bit.
But this is what happened every time the police left him alone in the room. So I'm going to play this.
He's trying to kill himself?
No. I guess he's nervous. I figured this.
Steve, man.
Is he rehearsing?
No, he's just so nervous that he's got gas. I figured with turkey and Thanksgiving meals yesterday that here we go.
That's how you know he's not, or that he is guilty. He's comfortable enough to let him fly. It's like sleeping.
Yeah, true.
Oh man,
Dude.
I figured
That can't smell good.
this goes in line with Thanksgiving meals
guy-
yesterday.
It's gonna be Will as soon as he get out the
Like a
door.
lot of you.
Yeah.
That guy's got some lumpy mashed potatoes in the back of his shorts.
I think there might be more. Is there
There
more?
may,
Shorted.
there may have been some gravy in
And
there
that's
too.
how you end the show, yo. You end it with a good fart joke.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought there
Taste
was.
the biscuit.
I thought there was more. Taste the biscuit.
Have
Dude,
you
you
seen
know-
it?
yeah.
That makes you laugh no matter what context it. And the other, surprise, surprise.
See, I feel like that's it's. I feel like it's played at this point, and the reason why is because I've been getting a lot in my memories those cat and woman yelling, the woman yelling and the cat being at the head
Oh,
of the
yeah,
table
yeah.
meme from
Yeah.
like 5 years ago,
Yeah.
3-something years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, that got played, huh?
But it
You
reminds
don't
me
see
of
that
it
anymore.
reminds me of Will Ferrell and Anna Gasteyer when they were the middle school music teachers.
Yes.
Taste the bit you were talking about?
No.
It's like this thing on Instagram. It's just like these like old white couple in like a department store, and
He's playing
he's
the
got
keyboard.
a synthesizer, and they're trying to play like it's trying to be like funk and R&B, and she's got like old like 80s hair, and she's like, taste the biscuit, taste the goodness of the biscuit. He's like,
You'll see it now. Now that your
Taste
phone
the
has
honey
heard
sauce.
him
my
say
phone
it,
has heard. My phone's heard a lot of shit that he hasn't heard in a while. So
so it's
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah,
start popping up
my
in all your
algorithm is
feeds.
fucked
Yeah.
for a couple of days.
Yeah, it is. Mine won't change.
It's
It's gonna be full
Yeah.
of deck rats.
oh shit's
Do you hear
awful. That's her. Yeah, it's terrible.
I'm confused.
It should be. I don't know why it's not playing. I had it hooked up to this thing. Oh, there we go.
Taste the butter spread. Taste the goodness of the biscuit.
But then there's like
The
somebody that
butter
walks
spread.
past like the dress shirts, hold up like a sign on
Your
the
butter
tag.
all on me.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't like the way
It's like
it
Burlington
mixes
Coat Factory or
with my
something.
mac and cheese.
It's a mid warehouse.
Taste the goodness of the biscuit.
You'll like how you look.
By the way, speaking of Amityville, greatest thing ever is that White Castle is still open.
Huh?
That's the best thing.
He's like, what?
I was so happy that
That
White
belongs to
Castle never closed.
Massapequa.
Is it? It's like
Yeah,
it's
Massapequa. That's Massapequa.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. By the mall?
Unless
Yeah, that's
you're talking
Massapequa.
about the one in Farmingdale on 110.
The one on 110.
But then that's
Oh, I thought
I thought
Farmingdale.
that's Amityville still.
That's kind of Farmingdale. Yeah.
So Jerry Lahane, who's watching, he
Oh, sorry.
to
Oh, the show's still going on?
to clarify.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. To clarify,
But
to clarify,
It's like he
um,
seems awfully comfortable.
to clarify his comment, he's claiming he wrote that actual skit. That's what he said. He said, "Oh, he saw it. That's
oh,
the skit."
Bob Dole on the Real World?
Yeah.
Nice.
He claims that he Jerry Lahane, and I think I mentioned this to you. We got to get him on here at some point. He claims he's written songs for Tom
Oh, that's
Petty.
the painting guy.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. The painting guy. Yes. He claims to be a ghostwriter for many, many things,
Nice.
but he has yet to prove any of it.
Come up here.
Come up here,
Show
and
me
then
seats.
and then I said we'll zoom in because he lives in Delaware, I think, and he said no because his internet is very choppy.
Spotty.
So send us something then,
He's
Jerry.
catfishing.
Yeah,
That's what
exactly.
a catfish says when you be like, let me see if you got real tits.
All right, let's get out of here. So we'll start with you.
Somebody asked, it's like the fold
You're
yarn.
judging the contest tomorrow.
Yeah. Go to my social media for any of my upcoming shows that are non-Govs related.
There you go.
Tomorrow night, I will be judging the Nassau Aragona's Funniest Comedian first round
Right here in the giggle room.
right here in the Giggle Room. So
You got any plans to get on stage or what? What are you
Yeah,
doing?
December 2nd, next Friday,
Where?
right? No, Saturday, Giggle Room.
Oh, nice.
Comedy White Production, so it's Carl Okerson, Kathy Arnold,
nice.
me, I think Mandy Jones, I could be wrong.
No, that sounds right. I think
Yeah,
she is.
Nice.
but yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Okay,
Nice.
cool. We made fun of the other day with the flyers being made wrong.
Yeah. But they're not Govs related, so I can't
Yeah,
produce-
true. I'm showing it
can't
anyway.
promote it right
So-
now.
Well,
that's on a non-Govs night.
Yeah, it's a Wednesday, so that's okay.
All right.
So we promote that, and they spelled your name wrong. And then the other one's in Pennsylvania, so
Yeah.
nobody, New Year's Eve, go to Pennsylvania and see Sean where they
You
spell
going
his
to
name right.
Pennsylvania for New Year's?
Yeah.
With Mario.
We're in
What Mario?
Bristol.
Bristol. Oh, all right. Well, no, that's a legit reason to not be
You got anything else?
closer to home. I hate fucking going out on amateur nights, amateur
do?
drinking nights, like Thanksgiving Eve, St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, when the
I used to bartend. I fucking
so you know those
hate-
nights?
Those nights fucking suck.
like Thanksgiving Eve.
Yeah, Thanksgiving Eve being the worst of them.
You got anything else coming up before that?
No, I'm gonna just come here, hang out at the club, and hopefully get on sometimes and
Cool.
shit like that.
Don't forget December 22nd.
I need an agent.
Go check out Knockem Dead Comedy at the Brokerage. And, of course, December 1st, Hershey and the Keegs at the Brokerage with myself and Brandon and Pat O'Rourke and Richie Byrne. All
It's
right.
a great show.
That is a great show
It's
right
a great
there.
show.
All right, we're out of here. Today's Friday.
Taking something here.
Donversations tonight at 8 o'clock with
With
Laura
Laura
Patton.
Patton.
Yep. Look,
Watch
did
it.
you see she posted a picture of herself from Thanksgiving yesterday with Teddy Smith?
Did you? I didn't see that.
I wouldn't let him in my house on Thanksgiving.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding. What'd you do yesterday?
I ate food and
Oh,
went around collecting plates. Cracked a few jokes, left
Nice.
with a plate. Cracked a few jokes, left with a plate.
Did you did your Irish goodbyes?
I did my Irish goodbyes
Did
with
you?
a plate, yo.
How many places?
It was 4. So I got 2
places.
plates left.
Wow.
in my, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, black people, man.
I mean, you might want to get your cholesterol checked.
What's your favorite side dish?
Favorite side dish is mac and cheese.
I was about to, I was going to guess
Baked?
that shit.
Baked, definitely baked. But I'm going to go with collard greens is a real close second right now.
Dude, I throw collard greens in the chili that I make. Fucking next level. Like, collard greens are underrated.
Turkey or what you doing?
No. It's a vegetarian. It's like 3 beans, but
Boring.
collard greens, they ended up getting stewed in
not
there.
real food,
It's
man.
great stuff.
People nap before the
Vegetarians are so pretentious. Yeah.
Well, it's only vegetarian. It happens to be vegetarian because meat goes bad so quickly.
He checked another box.
Dude, what are you kidding? I'm talking in code right now.
Bobby Collins,
I'm making hand signals.
Elliott Chang, Rob White, Brian Paul, Billy Guy, or Greg Pfeiffer. Just some of the comedians you'll see on the Governor stage this weekend. Go have some fun. All right, we're out of here. We'll see you guys Monday. See you later. Thank you. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Will. Thank you, Andy, of course.
You're welcome.
This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Good to see you guys.
Yeah, it was
and
fun.
we're out.
Likewise.
See you later. What will you experience at a Knockem Dead Comedy Murder Mystery Show? Suspense, excitement, love, more love, violence. Well, not really. And, of course, some music. Knockem Dead Comedy is the #1 murder mystery troupe, entertaining thousands of people for over 20 years.
Have a great night or what?
Their hilarious murder mystery shows are full of audience interaction from beginning to end that will keep you laughing all night long. Their shows are not to be missed. Knockem Dead Comedy's murder mystery themes include a mob show, a redneck wedding, a high school reunion, a family reunion with a luau theme, or your own custom show.
Johnny, you have a good time tonight or what?
Had an awesome time.
All right. She had a great time. KDC, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, all right.
Fundraisers, private parties, corporate events, restaurants.